What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting show of record. I, of course, am the coach. We are powered by the almighty SportsLine. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of crickets out there this morning. I tell you all the time, we're going to have good days. We're going to have bad days. Oh, but yesterday, that was a good day. I don't know. Asking for a friend. Is 8-2 good? I think so. Is 4-0 good for the Maestro? I think so. Is hitting the gym at plus 445? Is that good? It's a long play. Couple of days. Money management, education, entertainment. Let's go. Let's remember our fundamentals. Let's bring in the stars of the show because they're changing lives today. These faces right here are changing lives. I'm going to go to the Maestro first because you, sir, are the reason that I'm about to announce a brand new winner of a year-long subscription to SportsLine. How do you feel about that, sir?
I feel good about that, Coach. It was a good day here. It was a good day for me on the site. 3-0 on the plays there. And let's just say I needed it. So
there are some people out there now, Maestro, that think Mad Max in the Thunderdome is your son. I heard that. I don't know. Just a rumor.
No comment.
All right. Now, first world problems for M Squared today. Couldn't get up to his penthouse apartment, so almost didn't come on the show. But M Squared, we're so happy that you got back into your house. How are you?
I'm doing much better that I didn't have to take the stairs all the way up with the dog. So yeah, elevator's locked down, but sweating some tennis this morning. Got more tennis here on the show. It's going to be a great day, and the Olympics are kicking off. What a great time!
It is, and Chief would have been sweating if he had to walk up 28 flights of stairs. And then Jay Smooth coming out strong today. What's up, man?
I'm doing well, Coach. Always excited to be here for a nice Friday. Try to get a couple wins. I actually have a pretty packed card, but we'll get to that in a few.
All right, very good. All right, let's jump right in. But first and foremost, you guys know that if we either hit the gym or one of our cappers is perfect, that you are eligible to win a year-long sub to SportsLine. All the simulations, all of the cappers, everything that SportsLine provides, you get for a full year. And today our winner is at Lance Elway. Lance, congratulations. Welcome to the team. The jeweler will reach out to you on social media and give you all the details. All right, let's jump into sports lines that could affect the betting lines around the world. And M Squared, we're going to start with you.
All right, I just briefly want to touch on tennis, men's tennis in the Olympics here. Djokovic is obviously the favorite to win it. He can go for the Golden Slam where he'd win all of the Grand Slams and the Olympic gold medal in the same year. While that sounds fun and exciting, I want to pump the brakes on it just a little bit. The COVID protocols are pretty strict over there. A lot of contact tracing, a lot going on. It's right in front of the U.S. Open. I know that he cares a lot more about the U.S. Open and completing the calendar Grand Slam and passing Federer and Nadal, as they are all tied right now with the same number of Grand Slam victories. So just be cautious there. I think it creates a lot of value on Medvedev. They're going to be on opposite sides of the draw here. I think that that's the most likely final that we see. But we've talked about how weak the Olympic field is with some of the bigger names pulling out. It's not as weak as you might think it is looking at the field. It is still a relatively tough draw for him. And I think his attentions, like his opponents, will be on the U.S. Open and not so much on the Olympics this week.
All right, very good. So listen, pay attention to the early edge. Mikey's all over it. Educate yourself. Don't just blindly play and go, Coach, he's out because of COVID. Listen. All right, now. There's sometimes some confusion out there when I say, hey, I made that play from SportsLine last night, or I got that from SportsLine last night. So, Maestro, you are the Maestro of SportsLine. So what's your storyline today, sir?
Yeah, I just thought it was a good chance to clear up some confusion. So the SportsLine computer model is what the coach is referring to when he says, oh, I got that play from SportsLine. Often he's referring to that's an A play. That's the computer model that is totally separate from the experts. The experts can disagree with the computer model. The experts can disagree with each other. I mean, there are games where there's an A play, there's 2 experts with the A play, and there's 3 experts against the A play. So it's all what you want to consider. If there's experts you want to follow, if you want to follow the model, you want to just take it all into consideration, which is what I do when I'm looking at a play like today. I was thrilled to see that Matt Severance is on the same side of my game. So that made me feel a lot better. I haven't even checked what the computer model says for that game yet. Just an example of how to use SportsLine.
And it's funny you should mention that, Maestro, because last night, the Red Sox, they were an A play at SportsLine. But with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, it looked like they were going to lose. And I played the Red Sox. But, oh, alas, the Yankees bullpen stinks, and they give up a 2-out hit. Then they lose in extra innings with 4 wild pitches in the 10th inning. Four. So that brings us to our first play from SportsLine today. It's funny how the producing works on this show. So we're going to go Yankees on the run line plus 1.5. Now, this is from Matt Severance. Yes, the juice is high, but we're about to make history. For the first time in his career, Garrett Cole will be an underdog at plus 1.5. It's never happened before. So out of principle, Matt Severance believes we need to play the Yankees tonight because Aroldis Chapman, he didn't even see the field last night as every wild pitch was going into the dirt. So we're assuming he'll be healthy and be able to play today. So at minus 180, this screams, Maestro, that the juice.
It's worth the squeeze.
You're damn right it is. And today it is on the Yankees. Let's go. All right. I'm ready for some more tennis. I love sweating tennis on a Friday morning. So M squared, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, let's go back to Dusan Lajovic. We cashed with him yesterday in straight sets. We're making the same play today, straight sets, 2-0 victory, plus 150 over Daniel Altmaier. This is another big mismatch for him. We thought that the big mismatch was big yesterday. If you watched, he won that match in straight sets despite only hitting 51% on the first serve. He's just an absolute master on clay. But Altmaier, the real story here, he dropped the first set in his first round matchup this week. Then he won the second set, and then in an obvious injury, 6-1, and then the match was a walkover. In the second round match, took him 3 sets to get by. He's definitely mismatched here. He's a younger kid at 22 years old. He's just completely outmatched. The only thing that could stop Lajovic here is some of the injury concern and the blister concern that we saw yesterday. I think it's not going to be too terrible of an issue for him, but I think we do see him be aggressive and try and make sure this one only goes to 2 sets. If the event that he's injured and it's, a walkover, obviously your bet's going to be refunded. So a major deal there. And then the second play, Cameron Norrie over Taylor Fritz. Norrie is the last non-American player remaining in Los Cabos here. Fritz, again, I mentioned it yesterday. He probably was in trouble at that last match yesterday. He got a very controversial call to go his way where he ended up winning in straight sets. I think he was in trouble if that one got to a third set. I'm still worried about the knee after the surgery. It's a little over a month ago at this point. Cameron Norrie is the better player. He's had a very comfortable road to get to this point. He's also a lefty, which is going to be giving Fritz a little bit different look than what he saw just last night and recently. I like Norrie minus 145 in this one.
I love Norrie minus 145 in this one. That was on my board this morning. Feels pretty good that you had the same one, Mikey. All right, Jay Smooth. The floor is yours, sir. What do you got?
Thanks, Coach. Yeah, excuse me. I have a couple plays today. Well, more than a couple. I have 4 plays that I'm going to give out right now. So definitely grab a pen and paper or something. So I'm going to start with the Rangers. I'm actually going to only play this for half of a unit. So definitely make sure you're not going to go put a full unit on this one. I like it more at the half unit price because these guys are plus 180 against the Houston Astros. And I just think that is much too big of a price for a team that has been keeping things competitive. Also, the Astros have been struggling a little bit. They got less than, I believe, 5 or 6 hits last night, and they have had issues coming off of games where they sort of have these slow offensive nights. So for the plus 180 price, I'm going to take the massive dog and hope that they can make this a little bit more competitive than people might expect. With how baseball has been, especially during this kind of weird period between the All-Star break and the trade deadline, it would not shock me to see the Rangers steal this one at a crazy price. So let's grab a little bit on that one. Then I'm going to go with the Cubs and the Diamondbacks. I'm going to take the over here. So the wind is going to be blowing out at Wrigley, which is a pretty big deal compared to other ballparks. It's already a pretty easy place to hit a home run, but with the wind blowing out in the last 110 games or so that this has happened, these types of conditions have produced a 23% increased scoring environment. So I really like this tonight. Davies for the Cubs has not been all that great. Zach Gallen might be why this total has come down from 11 this morning, but I think getting it at 10 right now should be a good play. So I'm going to take the over there. And then I'm going to take another over with the Tigers and the Royals. This is a one that I really like because these teams met already a month or two ago. Both games to open the series at this stadium went to 12 runs. I think think that happens again. Wiley Peralta has been pitching much, much better than he is expected to. He has an expected ERA, I believe, of 3.54, and his actual ERA is 1.64. He has only faced the Indians, Rangers, and the Twins twice in his last 4 starts. So I think he saw some easy competition, got a little lucky. I'm going to take some runs to be scored in the Tigers and the Royals game. And then finally, I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line. You can get this around minus 130 right now. The Rockies just are not good on the road. We've talked about it all year. We've heard even the Maestro say how hard it is to play when you just leave the Rockies. I love that stat. It is hard to play when you come down from the mountains. Take the Dodgers to bounce back from that awful blown loss last night and get a win tonight by 2.
It continues to amaze me how you fit in all of this preparation around your photo shoots. It really is crazy how you're able to do it. All right, you know he's our anchor, he's our rock, he's our leader. And he had a 4-0 day yesterday. Oh, man, I told you, he's like a Wolverine. Don't back him into a corner. Maestro, what do you got?
All right, well, like I mentioned, Matt Severance and I both posted the same play at the same time without consulting, so I feel pretty good about the Phillies minus 153 tonight. It's jumped up, but I'm still going to play it. Zach Wheeler has faced the Braves 3 times, has a 137 ERA. Max Fried going for the Braves. You know, Phil's hit lefties better, and 2 guys have very good histories against him. The Phillies also rested a couple of guys last night who should be ready to go. They've lost 3 in a row. This is their ace. I think they're going to stop the skid. He's going to stop the skid. Fried also has a 6.43 ERA on the road, so I'm playing the Phillies.
And I tell you all the time, follow my man on social media. Yesterday, gave out not 1, not 2, 3 props. I believe they all hit, correct, Maestro? All 3 props that you gave out yesterday? Yeah, I was just checking. Okay. So if you're not following him, literally it cost you money yesterday. I mean, literally, I can't make it any more simple than that. Don't forget our MMA episode that you wait for every week. It's in your feed right now. We taped it yesterday. Now, one of our best bets fell off the card, but no worries. Ian Parker will release an additional play on Saturday right before the event. So follow Ian Parker MMA on Twitter. All right. We're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. And we got a little new graphic today. And it looks glorious, Julia. Let's do this. All right, here we go. M squared. Lahovic in straight sets. Love him plus 150. Then Cameron Norrie minus 145. 1 p.m. Eastern start in the first. 9:30 late approximate start in the second. Then 4 plays from Jay Smooth. We're going to go Cubs, Diamondbacks over 10. Tigers, Royals over 10.5. Dodgers on the run line. And then Rangers plus 180 just for a half of a unit. Maestro, just 1 play so far. Phillies minus 153, and I would consider playing it now. It continues to move. Don't wait. Now, 1 play from the site. Yankees plus 1.5 the first time ever that Garrett Cole is an underdog of this magnitude. Then the gym, which hit yesterday. We're going to package these 3 things up. Cameron Norrie in tennis. Diamondbacks Cubs over 10, courtesy of Jay Smooth. And then the Dodgers minus 1. Boy, we're putting a lot of trust in Jay Smooth today. A lot of trust. But if it hits, it's tasty. Plus 459. We are back at it. We're feeling good. It's a Friday. We're getting towards the end of July. So you have your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For Jay Smooth, for M Squared, for the Maestro, and for our EP, the jeweler, who puts it all together here at the brand. I am the coach. Settle in. Money management. Discipline. Have fun. Right here on the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.